This is my third part of my little videos. I hope you fellas are enjoying it. I hope it's not taking up too much time for this pura ake, but heck, if I was down there, this is probably how much time it would have taken anyway, so heck, I don't care. Now, what else can I say, my bro, about things? One thing I really always remember, now I'm getting into my like teenage years now. Well, no, when I was like 10 going into like 13, 14, one thing I always remember, and it was always a big thing, is that you were always fit, bro. You'd always go for these big, massive bloody runs all over the place. You go down Wither Road, go up Hospital Road, go towards the Taylor Dam, run all around in there, and then you'd run all the way back, and then you'd just do all that sort of stuff. And then you'd go running everywhere, all over Blenheim. And I'll never forget one time what Isla's friends were like, oh, there's a guy that comes running past our house at certain times. And he's really, really spunky and good looking. And then me and Isla thought nothing of it, or Isla didn't think much of it. And then after about a few months, I think you sussed it out, Isla, that fella was actually Tom. It was Tom they were talking about, because I tell you what though, because Tom was a puller of Sheilas. He was good at pulling Sheilas. Very fit, like loved his rugby and everything like that. Loved rugby, and he was just fit fella, real fit. At that time I was playing for Redwood. I think he may have been playing for Redwood as well, but he was in the senior levels. I was in the juniors. And our junior team was doing really, really well. And I thought I was doing really, really well. And then he goes, nah, heard you're doing good with your rugby. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Gonna come and watch you play rugby. You better not be a spunk. And I thought, oh, no, don't come and watch me. But then we had a game. We had a home game. And he turned up early, and it was the stinkest game that I'd had for that season. The stinkest game. And then he got me. Nah, I'm never fucking gonna come and watch you ever again. You got stepped 3 times, you got fended off 3 times, and you missed about 2 tackles. You're a spunk. Stop playing rugby. I thought, oh shit, man. I said to you not to come, but you came anyway. Yeah, and it was I had a shameful game. And then after that I thought, you know what, brother, I'm not made for rugby. Rugby wasn't me in the best of times. Wasn't me. Much rather be off doing something else than playing footy. As much as I loved the game, but yeah, I remember when you came in, it used to dread me out when you used to come and watch me. But far out. Fucking useless. I'm never coming to watch you ever again. And you never did too, you bastard. You didn't come and watch me ever again. So I gave up my life for playing footy. Hey, well, it doesn't mean much, eh? It's only rugby. Another thing I remember too, bro, and this is cool. Ricky Walker and them used to bounce down at the city, and at that time I was only like 14. I think the old man had just given up on me and Isla, because we used to just take off anyway, and so I used to get all dressed up and shit, but I know I'd get through the doors of the city, you know, because Ricky was on the door, our cousin was on the door, my big cousin, and got let in. And then in there drinking a few beers. Now I blame Richard, Raymond and Ruben for this, and Clint Wilson, because they used to encourage me to go. It was peer pressure. No. So yeah, here I was probably about only 14, in the pub, a few hundred people in there, and then you saw me and he goes, nah, what the fuck are you doing here? You're too young to be here. And I said, well, I came with Richard and Raymond and them. Where are those spunks? I don't know. They're probably out looking for Sheilas. Oh, well, just stay with them. Don't get into trouble, okay? Because if you get into trouble, the old man will just will kick your ass. I said, yeah, I know. So he'd go on one side of the pub and I was on the other, the little brother. And then when I used to go up to level 42, a few years even after that, you used to always shout me a few beers and that, give me a round. If I had any money, I'd always shout you around too, bro. I'll never forget that. But I think what I loved the most about you was your way. I saw a lot of our mother in you, her quietness. Really, I think a lot of that is our Ngāti Porou side. It's very quiet, but very loving. You weren't someone that was the loudest in the room, and that's all good. Because sometimes I remember Dad saying sometimes the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room. And you didn't need to be. Okay, you were already strong with what you did anyway, brother. Sometimes I used to get pissed off with the old man, and the way that he used to talk to you. I never liked that, but heck, what was I going to do? I was only in my teens. But when I remember back now, bro, you were there for a lot of my growing up when you used to come in and out. I always loved it when you used to come home from Aussie. Always did. You came home from Aussie, and when I'd wake up in the morning, you would have hired a car from Christchurch and driven up. And then I'd get you to tell me about what you fellas were doing, you and George and them, and Keelan. I think Keelan was with you fellas then as well, over in Oz. And then you'd just tell me all the different stories that you fellas were doing all through Australia, and it always made it sound real cool to me, especially as a kid. You really worked hard. You were a hard worker, brother. I think that's something we got from our father as well. Mum was a hard worker, but, you know, used to work really hard, and those are good principles that we can always keep doing as a Walker family. Just work hard so that people can see that too. But with everything there, bro, I just noticed that, and I just thought that, you know, you were just always there for me as a young fella, giving me toughening up techniques, all these other little different things. But another thing that what I want to say is that I love you. There's not much else that I can say, but I'll just keep saying it from now and forever. You're my brother. And that's the greatest thing for me. And I've got a lot of memories that I've got in my heart that I won't forget. Oh, and one other thing I remember, and this is probably where I'll finish it out. I remember I wagged school one time. You caught me bloody wagging, man. I'll never forget those flats that you are in now, that you're living in now. You'd lived in there over near Marlborough Boys like years and years and years ago. And because I got caught wagging, you said, right, you're going to come with me, you're going to help me shift to my new house. Your new house was just around the corner from that flat that you're living in now, in over near Marlborough Boys. But you also lived in that apartment block anyway. And I helped you shift everything over there. And I think it was, you had taken off and you had a video recorder and you had some tapes. So I was so bloody bored. There's not much for me to do. So what I did, I think I sat there and watched Terminator 1 like maybe 3 times. And then after that I went home and I got right into sci-fis and dumb stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I want to say to you, my brother. I love you and I will miss you. We will all miss you. We will miss you forever and ever, and amen. But you know, where you're going to over there, I can't think of a better place to sleep, my brother. But in the centre of the universe, our marae, over in our urupa, you know, all the people that I love dearly are buried over there. All the people that I will love forever are there. That's my family, that's our family all buried in there. I've got my brothers and my brothers over there, my brother-in-law's over there, I've got my nan. Man, it's lovely. I've got my dad and my mum over there and my mummy. So yeah. So I suppose what I want to do, I just want to end it out, brother. Still ending it out on a talking head sort of a buzz or vibe. So yeah, it's been awesome making these, just making me think about what to say and that. But I'll love you forever, brother. And I really mean that. Kia ora, my family. Thank you for the time you've allowed me to have for this very special, precious time that I've managed to say these words for my brother. It hasn't been easy. And this isn't easy on all of us, because he meant a little something to all of us. Next time I see you, my brother, it will be in my dreams, it will be in my heart, it will be in my thoughts. So that means you haven't gone away, okay? I think one thing that I've always remembered that, it's not the final frontier, okay? But you're always going to be with us. We've all got our different memories of you, bro. So I suppose I better end it out here and just say, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā koutou katoa, moi mai rā, my brother, rest well, rest in love, rest in power, rest in peace. And until we see each other again, my brother, it'll be an awesome time where we can catch up and just keep talking. So I love you, and I love you all, my family there watching me, if you are watching me or if you're listening to me. And I'm sorry I can't be there. It's just really hard at the moment. God bless all of your hearts, and thank you very much, my family. Huge hugs and loves from me and Trishy. When it may not be there, but we really are there with you fellas, okay? So, aroha mai, aroha atu. And have a very lovely night, my brother. And tomorrow, hey, mean as, you get to sleep with some of the best people I've ever known in my whole life, eh? Love you, brother. And I really, really mean that. Coolest thing was to see you the last time we were down there in November. At least the last time I got to see you and when you went away was I told you that I loved you. So thank you, Tom, and thank you for everything, my brother. Until we see each other again. Love you, bro.